Hello, welcome back to Just Be with me, your host T. In today's video, I want to recap my experience going to see yes, I went to see Big Time Rush recently, and I want to just recap my experience going to see them, which includes the overall performance and of course the VIP. Here comes the sad part. Because this always happens to me. I did not get footage of like the actual concert, so I'm gonna insert some footage that I find online. I will credit the people who I got the footage from, but I just want you to know, like, my phone died. Of course it did. Of course it did. It's me. But I do have evidence of me being there, so in case you're like, girl, stop capping, you ain't go. Yes, I did, because I paid for it. I know exactly how much I paid for it. Okay? So I'm just gonna talk about it and all of that jazz, okay? Want to just be here with me. Of course, you guys can like this video because it's free, and comment your thoughts down below. Do you know who Big Time Rush is? Did you watch the Nickelodeon show? Did you even know they was making music again? Comment down below. I want to know your thoughts. With that being said, let's get started. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is how I learned about this concert. So last year, about a year and a half ago, it all started with the Jonas Brothers, funny enough. So I was just listening to boy band music. I was going back, listening to old school songs that I grew up with, you know, Jonas Brothers, blah, blah, blah. One thing led to me listening to Do It Like That. You know what I mean? Y'all already know the song. Which was a K-pop group. I think it's Tomorrow too. And they did a collab with the Jonas Brothers, and it was really good. And I saw the video. Nick looked good in them green pants. I just want to point that out. Them green pants look nice. I want a pair, okay? But as the video was ending, you know how if you're on your TV, YouTube will recommend like what video to watch next. So it just so happened there was Waves by Big Time Rush, and I was like, wait a minute, this looks new. Are they making music again? So I turned on the song, the video, because I was like, I've never heard this. And when they start making music again, when they start going back to a band, I swear they was all doing solo stuff. I watched the video and I liked Waves. Dun 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 dun. Like the beat was good. Like Logan opening up the song. Hey, the side profile of his face. Kendall with the buzz cut. Carlos looking like a good dad, husband. He had his wedding band on. I appreciate that. Loyal man. James obviously being the looker of the group, like it was giving. It was like, oh, they're still making music. So from there, I went on YouTube Music. I have YouTube Music and I have Spotify. I'm starting to like Spotify a lot more. That's my mom in the background if you heard. But I go on YouTube Music and I just listen. I find the song, and then I find out that they had a whole album that they released like 3 years ago called Another Life. And I was like, I played the album, can't get enough, started playing. I can't get enough of this feeling. I can't get enough. Give me more. And y'all, that album, I was hooked. Rather, if you want me to talk more about that album, I will. There's one song, like I Just Want to Party all the time. That song is actually like, I guess, a remake or like an homage to Eddie Murphy. I didn't know until my brother told me. So shout out to my little bro, he told me. But a lot of it is like really cool. Some of the songs are really like, it just felt like a culmination of them doing ideas. Like, I'm not trying to be shady, but like the first 3 albums they had felt very produced. And I know albums are produced. What I mean by that, it felt like this is what the conglomerate, Columbia, wanted from them. Ooh, that was a horrible cough, y'all. But that's what they wanted. Another Life felt like this is the music that we're making because we feel like making it and we can. Period. And I appreciate that. So, out of the way with how I got back into Big Time Rush, coming to the concert. So earlier this year, they had announced that they were doing a concert. I saw it on Reddit, I went on their website, and I was like, oh, cool. So let's talk about the preparation, because I know y'all want to get into that. Okay, so the way that the preparation worked, and if you see me looking up, I have my notes like on my TV. The way that the preparation for this concert worked was you could wait until the tickets dropped on like the regular access general public tickets, or you could sign up for their fan club. And their fan club was $50. And basically you get first access to tickets, VIP to headlining shows. So yes, you are paying to have first access. But I would definitely say it was worth it because I got to pick exactly where I wanted to sit and all of that. So that was $50. Okay, keep that in mind. And it wasn't, and I think I got like emails, like promotional emails too. So then they dropped the tour dates, and I was looking for one closest to my birthday. My birthday is in September. It's September 19th. But the closest date to me was August 10th because it's in Tinley Park, Illinois. I live in Illinois. Tinley Park is actually 20 minutes away from me. I can actually get there in 15 minutes. No tea, no shade. But it's close by. And so I was like, this is February, March, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be my birthday present to myself. That way when September comes, I ain't gotta buy myself nothing. I already did my birthday present. I can probably go take myself out to eat, and that's it, that's all. So the concert ticket itself, and I got section 103, row Q, seat 19. Hey, because my birthday is 19. And it was like right in the middle. It wasn't too up close. It wasn't too far back. It was like a perfect seat. It was a perfect seat. And I'm mad because I have no footage of me sitting in that perfect seat. But anyway, the ticket to the show was $129.95. You're like, oh, okay, that ain't bad. Hold your horses, babes. Because Ticketmaster, aka the same people that own Live Nation too. So if you don't know, Ticketmaster owns Live Nation too. There was a service fee of $28.50. Then there was a tax, but they didn't specify the tax. And that was for 43 cents, right? Then there was another tax that they also didn't specify for $8.45. So that $125 or $129.95 ticket turned into an overall total of $167.33. Plus that $50 is at $217.33. Now, because I also paid for the fan club, I got access to the VIP when it dropped, right? So of course, they had multiple VIPs. They had the regular boyfriend, which was like 3 something. They had famous, which was like 5 something. They had the city is ours, which was like 8 something. And the top VIP was the Palmwoods, which was like 1,200. Now the Palmwoods was the biggest because you get to be in like a little lounge area, and you get to take pictures with Caitlin Tarver, who played Joe, not my favorite character on the show, I'm just gonna be honest, and Steven, I forgot his last name, who played Gustavo Rock. So at the time, I was like, well, I don't really like Joe, or the character. I don't know Caitlin from Campaign, so I can't say I don't like her, but I didn't like her character, so why would I take a picture with her? I didn't really like Gustavo, just being honest. If anything, my favorite character in the whole record thing was Kelly. Shout out to my girl Kelly, doing her big one. She had to deal with all that mess during the show, period. But I was like, okay, it's for my birthday, I'll go out. Y'all, by the time I decided to make up my mind to pay the $1,200 for the Palmwoods, the bitch was sold out. It was sold out. I was like, damn it. But you know what wasn't sold out? The city is ours. And I was like, okay, I'll pay it. It's for my birthday. It's for my birthday. It's my birthday. So I get to do what I want to do. Okay? So that came out to $857.16. So now we're at $1,074.49, right? Paid for it, got all the information, saved it in my email, of course, so I can find it. Make sure it was in my phone, in my wallet, all of that stuff. Months go by, I'm excited. I'm telling everybody I'm going to the Big Time Rush concert. I'm going to go see Big Time Rush. Like, I'm very, very excited. But then I'm nervous because I'm like, I just spent over $1,000, close to $1,200, almost the cost of the Palmwoods VIP. And I'm wondering how this experience is gonna go. I'm like, okay, meet and greet. Am I gonna meet them? Am I gonna talk to them? I'm gonna say hi, hello, goodbye. What type of tea is it giving? Exclusive pre-show huddle. What's that gonna get? Watching them perform on the side of the stage. What is that? The VIP host, whatever. The exclusive lanyard. So I was very excited. So then August 10th comes. I wake up that morning, I get ready. I'm gonna insert my pictures. And I was super excited. Just showed you my pictures. So I leave out around like 2:40ish because the check-in for all VIPs was 3:15. So I got there and a ton of people was there. Obviously they started with the Palmwoods group because they were going to take them in, and that took about like 30-40 minutes. And then they checked in the city as ours, and we got to go through security, went through, no problem, blah blah blah. This is where it gets a little annoying, just for a second. So they had like a little photo op wall. I'm mad because I took pictures of it. I took like a selfie of me in front of it, but I never took a picture with it. And I had ideas and I should have did it. But you know, I'm just a little introverted Virgo. Like, what am I gonna do? We ended up waiting for like an hour and 15 minutes. Like we were in shade, but we were still standing. And so finally they walked us over and they were like, hey, just so you know, you all need to be right by these doors by 8:15. 8:15 is the latest. If you're not there by 8:15, you're not going to do the pre-show huddle or go on stage for the first 3 songs. So then we're all waiting. Everybody's like looking past the door. I'm just standing there. I'm like, okay, how is this going to go? What experience is it going to be? What is it giving? What is it giving? So then finally they take us first. The city is ours because we're going to line up behind the Palmwoods so we can take pictures, the solo photo with members of the group. So we start walking down this ramp, and some of the people in front of me notice James. He's like, I guess leaving out his trailer or whatever, and he says hi. I look over, he's walking away. But I was like, oh, like, I don't know if you guys know when kids go to Disney, right? And this is how I've been explaining it to my family. You know how they see Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Daisy, Pluto, and they're like, you're real? You actually exist? That's what it felt like. It was like, oh, y'all are actual real human beings, like beings. So then we get in line and everybody around me is like fangirling. They're like, oh my God, I see them. I'm just there because I'm like, this is so, like, y'all don't understand. Like, I come from a low income mid background, and the fact that I could pay for something like that for myself is like a biggest, like, I don't come from money like that. So the fact, and I live off a teacher's salary. Y'all probably already know. And with the way food prices are going, I just spent $300 going grocery shopping. And that's gonna last me 2 weeks until I get paid again. And it's been another $300 because that's how the economy is going. But the fact that I'm able to do something for for myself was great. So we get up there, we have to take everything out of our pockets, taking off my watch, my Apple Watch, because I don't want them to say nothing. I did have my glasses off, but I was like, no, I'm taking my picture with my glasses because I need to be able to see y'all faces. So the girl in front of me goes, she's excited, and then it's my turn. So I turn the corner, Carlos gives me a smile, he gives me a hug, Logan gives me a smile. If y'all know, Logan is my favorite. I ain't saying nothing to him. So then I turned to give James a hug, but then we have to take the photo. And so he asked me what my name is, said my name. He actually said my name correctly, so shout out to that, because nobody says my name correctly. It's pronounced Tamia. There's an M in it, okay? And then he complimented me on my little lace top. And then Kendall did a little cute song to my name, like, Tamia, Tamia, Tamia. It was cute, but it was hi, hello, goodbye. Like, literally, it was less than a minute long. And boom, I walked around the corner, and I was like, walking down the stairs, and I don't know what my face looked like. I think I was probably like, is that it? Is that it? Is that all? And granted, I probably could have said something, but like I said, I was shell-shocked because I was like, they exist. Oh my God, this is so crazy. So then we walk around and we basically have the whole area, like the food area to ourselves. We can get food, we can get drinks. If you got drinks, you had a blue wristband on. I don't have the wristband because I got rid of it, but I do have the wristband for the backstage huddle. It's pink, looks like this. It is actually in the cup that I got to drink. It was like this cherry bourbon, and it came in this shaker, like this cocktail shaker. They had some of them like dressed up in musical stuff, but this one was specifically Big Time Rush theme, if it focuses, okay? But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this top sucks. I'm not making cocktails in this, okay? I like to shake my cocktails. This lid is flimsy. That ain't gonna work, babes. Or you have to like put it on a certain way so it doesn't come off. So cute cup, bad for making cocktails. I was just stick to my stainless steel that I have, okay? I did get a lanyard. This is what the lanyard looks like. It's green. Sorry, that QR code is to access the photos. So if you pause and you access the photos, you access the photos. Hopefully you don't do that because it's weird. We were supposed to also have like a VIP guest or host. I'm guessing it's some of the people, like we had this short girl, this other guy, and this other person, and this other person, but I don't know their names. They didn't tell us their names. And so I'm not gonna say they're VIP hosts because they weren't being very hostful. No tea, no shade. And then we also had easy access to merch, which leads me to my Worldwide Girls shirt. I like this shirt because I used to have a white shirt that had like this type of style on it, and of course it says Worldwide Girl. I told my mom what it said, and she was like, you know what Worldwide Girl mean? And I'm like, it says Big Time Rush on it. She thought it was something completely inappropriate. And then of course, I think that was like $50 something. And then of course I bought a fan because it finally came out. Maybe I have to do it with my left hand, but this is the fan. It says BTR IRL because that's the name of their concert, in real life, worldwide, in 2025. So as we're waiting, I met some people. Some of them followed me on Snapchat, Instagram. It was pretty cool. Some of them were teachers too, which was really awesome to find out. They weren't music teachers like me, but they were like ELA, all that stuff. So then it comes time, they open like the venue so you can go take your seat. So I wanted to go find my seat because at 7 o'clock the concert was gonna start, and it was gonna be open with Steven, who played Gustavo, and I think Caitlin was also gonna play, who played Joe. So I go to my seat around like 6:50. Sit there, 10 minutes goes by, 7 o'clock starts. Now this is the issue that I have with people saying that they're gonna start on time. If you say the concert starts at 7 o'clock, Steven should have been on that stage by 6. He should have been backstage by 6:45. He should have been getting ready by 6. Matter of fact, he should have been already ready. He should have been on that stage by 6:55, getting ready to walk out by 6:55, and walking out at 6:59. Okay? 7 o'clock comes, the concert doesn't start. They're still setting up the stage. Time is of the essence. People are here for that. So 5 minutes goes by. Mind you, I have to be back outside the venue, outside the performance, like the seats, by 8:15. So I'm like, I'm gonna leave around 7:30 because that time I get to see a little bit of the pre-show, whatever. 7:10 comes around, still not on stage. 7:15 comes around, still not on stage. 7:20 comes around and he walks out. That's the only thing I had a problem with, was the fact that he was not on stage at 7 o'clock. Okay. Now granted, it would have been different if they said doors open at 7, pre-show starts at 7:30. That was not the information I was given. It said show starts at 7. Okay. That's what it said. And if he started at 7:30. So I get up to leave. I leave my stuff there. By the way, nobody stole my stuff. Shout out to the girl who's sitting next to me because I'm going to talk about her later because she was real cool. So I go outside. I wait like 30 minutes. Then we all go by the door. And this is where there's a little snafu. So the people who had Palm Woods had like a green and yellow wristband, but for the backstage huddle to keep everything consistent, they were also supposed to get a pink wristband, and they were supposed to sign a waiver. This is just, you know, one of those waivers, like if you break something you have to pay for it, if you hurt yourself, the blood is not our fault, that type of waiver. And so they didn't do this when they was checking them all in. Like, y'all checked them in. You had ample time to give them the wristband, all 3 or whatever color wristband they needed, so you can be consistent. So now they're rushing to have them sign a waiver and put the pink wristband on, which was wasting time in general. Now, I do want to point out that pretty much all the VIPs was sold out too, so kudos to them. They sold out on VIP. That's hard. So they did it. Then we get told that we're going to be on 2 separate sides of the stage for watching it. And so you can be on Kendall and Logan's side or Carlos and James' side. Obviously, they have us pick. Obviously, I want to be on Kendall and Logan's side. But unfortunately, there's too many people on that side. So she's like, I'm going to pick you or you just have to move over. And I'm like, you know what? Honestly, it ain't that big of a deal. I like all of them. Like, I like to listen to all of them. It ain't no big of a deal. So I went over to Carlos and James' side. It's not a big deal. It ain't no big deal. But am I a little gripe that I can be on Kendall and Logan's side? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yeah. So we separate. We're stage right, so we're going to be on stage right, which is audience left. The other people are on stage left, which is audience's right. And basically, we're going to be standing there to watch the first 3 songs, and then we'll leave. People who had the Palm Woods, I think, got a different row seat in the front. And then we just all went to our regular seats afterwards. But before all that, we go back to the area where we take the pictures, and we're gonna do the pre-show huddle. So I'm talking to some people. I met this girl from Florida who had parents who lived in the area, and then we all were just talking. I was also with this guy who lived like, he's from Naperville, which is where I actually taught my first school district, Naperville. But he was from there, and he was near me because he was like, I think I'm gonna get lost. And I'm like, well, just follow me. Like, it's hard to follow me. So as we're waiting, Carlos walks by, and this guy with the girl from Florida, he gave Carlos a shirt that he was wearing. He was wearing one of the fan shirts. I was like, that is so cute. So as we're waiting, all of a sudden the door opens, and it's Kendall and Logan. And everybody's like, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm just standing there like, oh. And so they come out, and they're like, okay, everybody get in the middle. We're gonna huddle. What type of huddle is that? I'm not trying to be mean, y'all, but we literally were clustered. And me, because I don't like people. I like people, but I don't like being around too many people. I go on the outside. Guess who's right in front of me, like this far? You see how my hands are? Guess who's like literally arm's length in front of me? Kendall and Logan. This is how I know, because Logan had a little hand on his index finger, and he was tapping Kendall's shoulder. And that's like that's a specific detail that you don't make up, okay? So they do this huddle, and they had chosen somebody from the Palm list to give this inspirational speech. I'm not trying to be shady, y'all, but that inspirational speech was not inspirational at all. Okay, babes, it was not inspirational. Like, shout out to the girl who did it, but it was not, inspirational. And then they said that they do something different. They quack. I'm not going to demonstrate the quack because that's special to them, but just know they quack. I'm not going to tell you how they quack, but they quack. Quack, quack, like a duck. So then afterwards, people were taking photos and blah, blah, blah. Kendall turns around, he takes a photo with this girl next to me who had a cute outfit. I told her outfit was real bomb. Her outfit was real cute, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I liked it. It was like this red and like blue outfit. Her hair was cute too. So then after he takes a picture with her, he just randomly gave me a hug. Y'all, I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for a hug. He just gave me a hug and said, enjoy the show. James walks by, gives me a hug, pats me on my shoulder and says, enjoy the show. I didn't ask for it. But by that time, stage right had to go because we had to go on the stage. So we're walking behind, people are telling us, hey, have a good time, da, da, da. And I just want to point out that I was a little annoyed because they was acting like, I know there's some people that don't understand stage and the wiring and all that you have to be careful for, but I don't want to be mean and say this, but I'm a musician, I teach music, we do productions, so I've taken my kids backstage on stages before, so I know there's equipment back there, there's stuff that they shouldn't touch, there's stuff that they can't trip over, but it felt like they was kind of babying us, and personally to me, I didn't enjoy that because it's like, I could see the big fat cords on the ground. Why would I walk on top of the big fat cords on the ground? Does that make sense? So I was a little like, not peeved, but just a little annoyed because it was like, watch out for this. Nah, Dick Sherlock. Come on now. Like, I see the cords there. Why would I? But then I can't say that because there's some people who would walk on the cords and be like, it's cords. It's on the floor. Oh, well. And it's like, that's to something that has to work on the stage. Like, please pay attention to things. Please. Again, my phone is dead, so I can't even show you. So we get on stage. We're lined up in two sections because the guitarist and bassist they have to switch instruments out. And I looked at the bassist, and her bass was really good. And I just want to point out, she was acting like she couldn't hear me. She heard me when I said her bass was nice, and the guy behind me was like, oh, she couldn't hear you. And I was like, she heard exactly what I said when I said her bass looked nice. But if you want to act like you can't hear me, that's cool. That's all right. That's fine. She's a great bass player, but I didn't like that. I just wanted to strike up a conversation and say her bass looked nice. But hey, it is what it is. So it came time for the show. We're all on stage. Like, audience is like right on the side of us. I'm back there and I'm like, oh my God. This is an experience. This is an experience. Like, what? No. So then they play, oh, 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 oh. And yes, I'm going to sing it because I'm a music teacher. So you're going to hear me sing some of the songs for the rest of the video. Okay? Oh, oh, oh. And everybody in the audience is singing because we all know the theme song. I'm telling you, most Gen Zs know this theme song and they can tell you it's Big Time Rush. Unless you're my brother this morning and he said Jonas Brothers. I said, oh, he said Jonas Brothers. My mom the other day said One Direction. So some people know, some people don't. So then they popped up on stage and it was and then make it count, play it straight, don't look back, don't hesitate when you go big time. You know how people be like, you did your big one? Yeah, big time. So that was the first song, okay? Before I talk about the rest of the songs, I wanted to talk about the stage view, because like I said, we were on there and I had my thoughts on it, which was, it was really cool. Like, it was really cool an experience to watch them and see the whole theater. The band members, specifically the bassist, guitarist, drummers did their thing. Like, they did their big ones. The guitarist is actually the one who came up with the set list, so shout out to him. Like, he was playing that guitar. That bassist was playing it. Honestly, y'all, it makes me want to get an electric bass and play it. I can do upright bass, like string bass, but I definitely want to learn how to play like electric bass. It's pretty much the same thing, honestly. I could do it. I don't have a bass and I have to buy one. And I don't have the space to buy one. It's like how I want to have a cello and I want to have a double bass. I want an electric bass. I want a piano. I want all the string instruments. I want a harp. Guitar, maybe. Ukulele, yes. I say guitar because my experience with guitar techs for my undergraduate was not fun. It was during COVID too. Oof. The guys, they definitely worked the stage while we were up there and for the rest of the concert, and I will go into detail about that. Yes, so BTR was definitely working that stage. They was performing for them checks. Period. So let's go on to the set list. So if you don't want to know, they kind of already put it on Spotify, but if you don't want to know, skip to the next section. My overall thoughts about their performance. Babes, do it. But if you want to know, stay here with me. So the first three songs were Big Time Rush, Windows Down, and Amazing. Big Time Rush is from their first album. Windows Down is from Elevate, and Amazing, I believe, is from Elevate or 24/7. I can't remember. So obviously, it's the opening. We start with Big Time Rush. Make it count, play it straight. Don't look back, don't hesitate when you go big time. Hey, listen to your heart now. Hey, don't you feel the rush? Oh, gotta shake it up, what you gotta lose. Go and look it up with the life you choose. I don't know the rest of the words, but what y'all know? It's the only life you got, so you gotta live it big time. Y'all know, it's the song. Next was Windows Down, and this is definitely the summer vibes. I'm gonna be honest, when I was in elementary school, I was a little depressed. There was a lot going on at home. And so every time I heard this song and saw the video, it made me hate them. Like, I was like, I don't like that you guys are smiling, having fun. And it had nothing to do with them. I just didn't like it. But here's a fun fact for some of you that don't know this. But this song is actually sampled from this English band called Blur, and the song is called Song 2, okay? And it literally has a dun 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 dun. It's longer than Big Time Rush. Woo! Woo! Like the same thing. So if you're interested, literally play Song 2, play the whole beginning, play a minute of it, and then go to Big Time Rush, Windows Down. It's the exact same song, just misplaced. They sampled it. And I thought that was interesting, and the reason I found this out was because I was watching Maxton Hall on Amazon, The World Between Us, and I was watching it in the original Dutch language, and it started playing, and I was like, oh, it's Windows Down, Big Time Rush. Baby, they started singing. I was like, pause. This is our Big Time Rush. Who is this? And I looked it up. Their song came out before Big Time Rush, just so y'all know. So that's how I found out. So fun fact, if you didn't know, Windows Down is not original. Well, I mean, the lyrics are, but the actual musicality, the musical essence is not. I just thought that was interesting. I thought you guys should know. So the next song was Amazing, and it's actually, this song I didn't really know because I didn't really listen to the albums Elevate nor 24/7. It's a basic girl doesn't know song. Next song was Music Sounds Better With You. This was from 24/7, so I do know this song. You know, music sounds better with you. Oh, you know what I mean. I think it feels right. You know what I mean. The message is great. You know, music does sound better when you perform it with others. It really does. Music teacher. Feels great when my students play and I get to play with them, and then it feels even great when I get to conduct them and they're playing by themselves. Like, they don't have to worry about me. Next was Superstar, and this was another song, and immediately I thought about Usher's Superstar. It's another song I didn't know, but it had a basic club beat to it. The next song was Picture This, and it definitely gave volleyball beach time, like nighttime at the club, imagining something. These are just my thoughts of listening to the beginning of the songs, because I forgot the song, and I didn't have video proof, so I went back and I listened to the set list. Next was Shot in the Dark, and I believe Shot in the Dark and Big Night, Big Night was a mashup. They did a mashup with 2 songs, and I'm pretty sure it was these 2, and this was a really good mashup. Like, it was a really good mashup. Like, you had half the members singing Shot in the Dark, the other half singing Big Night. Oh, it's gonna be a big night. This song also made me feel depressed, y'all, too. I don't know what it was about Nickelodeon and Disney. There's a time where I was not rocking with Nick and Disney. I just watched Cartoon Network because it was the channel that wouldn't make me feel bad. It's a channel that was like, okay, I like the music, it was good. But this mashup was really, really good, and I like how the members are split. You had half the audience singing Shot in the Dark, half the audience singing Big Night. Like I said, Big Night made me feel bad when I was in my depression era. Next was Cover Girl, and this was a song about a girl feeling insecure and learning to love herself because she's a cover girl. Cover girl, put that bass in your head to toe, let that whole body talk. Cover girl, put that bass in. Sorry, Mama Ruth slapped with that. Like, that's the only Cover Girl that I know slaps. This one wasn't good. But fun fact, Kendall has a writing credit on this because he also helped write this song. There's other people that have a writing credit, but he's the first one listed, so majority of the song was probably written by him. Next song was You're Not Alone. You're Not Alone. Next was All Over Again, and this one had a really good piano opening. This was where they had Gustavo come on stage and he played the piano. I think they did the Turd song. Honestly, I swear I thought they were gonna sing a nice song for him, and then everybody's like, oh, you're a turd, you're such a turd, turd. And honestly, to me, anytime somebody talks about poop or anything, it's a quick, that's not, no, Ice Spice, that's why I never liked that hoe. Girl, why are we talking? I don't even want to bring it up because that's disgusting. But anyway, they do this song, and James plays the piano, and he talks about how he knew Steven, who played Gustavo, and how, you know, he inspired him to learn piano. And he plays this beautiful piano opening, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this was giving Neo. It was giving R&B, little pop mix. It was giving Neo, and they had to the left, 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 on the right, 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 to the back, 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 and on the side. Like, it was giving like something that Neo would have wrote. And they did have the audience sing it. They were like to the left, to the right, people all the way in the back, people in the front were on the side. And it was really cute. It was a nice little cute moment. And I liked it. It was really cute. Then they did like We Are, and it was a nice little break, and then everybody had their phones out. You know, my phone was dead, so I had my watch, because my watch has a flashlight on it. So I was like this during the concert. So that was it. Then they did Stuck. Don't Get Stuck, Babes. Oh, or what is it? Dun 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 dun. I think that was the song. Then they went to 24/7, and they did this cute little hand choreography. I don't even know how they did it, but it was nice. Like, the choreography was cute. A fun, upbeat summer song. Definitely like 24/7. Like, it was so cute, and the way they did it, like, it was cute. Like, it was cute. It was cute. Okay. Obviously, you wanna be famous, wanna be the one. Obviously, another OG hit. Oh yeah, this was definitely like a mysterious vibe. The bass was working overtime in this one. Oh yeah, like, it was really cute. Next, obviously, was Any Kind of Guy. Any kind of guy you want, girl. That's the guy I'll be. I'll turn myself upside down. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Y'all already know, another OG song that they had on the show. Another thing, if you guys always want me to talk about the show, I would love to do that, because the show actually did something really cool. They showed the songs on the show as they were also talking about the band being like a real band. Like, I really thought that was a real neat concept. Next was This Is Our Someday, and this was an OG song from the first album. But like I said, I didn't listen to the whole first album. I just listened to the songs as they were on the show. Duh. And this one was very like rock inspired. Get it? Like rock records? No, it was very rock, like R-O-C-K, not R-O-C-Q-U-E, rock. And it was pretty cool. Next was Paralyzed. Paralyzed, paralyzed. You know what I mean? Paralyzed. Being stopped in your tracks over somebody that you find attractive. Next was The City Is Ours. Shout out to my little The City Is Ours VIP thing. It says The City Is Ours on there. The city is ours. You know, make the city yours. Have fun, party, enjoy it, party. Next was Halfway There. We're halfway through the concert. Get it? They thought that was like, we're halfway there, looking good now, nothing's gonna get in the way. Damn, I actually know these songs. Like I said, halfway through the concert, you know, get it. I'm actually proud of myself for singing that part. Next, they went to the audience. So they went out into the audience. They were in this little platform all the way in the back, near like the lawn, like the way back chairs, seats, and the lawn, because there's a lawn that people can go and watch the concert. They were on this platform. Obviously, it was a smart move to make right after Halfway There, because you're able to use the venue more, and I really like that, because that way people who are all the way in the back who paid for those tickets, obviously because they're cheaper, but and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, do you, boo? If you got the money to buy upper seats, do it. And if you don't, you can still enjoy the show. And so I like the fact that they were back there and we could see them, but a bunch of people were still looking for them. And I'm like, y'all can sit your box down, look up at the screen. It's fine. It's okay. It's cool. Okay. So then they started doing some songs acoustically. They had the guitar guy play guitar. They ended up singing Crazy for You, acoustic vibes. These were all acoustically. Next was Untouchable. It was either Crazy for You or Untouchable, but one of these songs, and I get it, it's a big concert, you're redoing all your songs. James didn't know the lyrics. He didn't know the lyrics. How I know? Because he had a phone down by his side, looking up, down. Now, no Tino shade. Like there's no Tino shade, but it was just something I noticed, and I'm not trying to like point this out to be like, oh, he should know the note. Like, this is a lot that they're singing, they're performing, they're doing a worldwide concert. So I would expect by the end of the concert, he knows this song. In the beginning of the concert, he may have forgot. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. Okay? Then they do Count on You, and Count on You was a song they had on their first album featuring Jordan Sparks. This is actually one of my favorite songs from the first album. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 5, baby, I'm counting on you. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 5. Like, very R&B vibes. So they do it with Caitlyn. She comes out, joins them, everybody loses their stuff. Like I said, I didn't like Joe's character. Caitlyn seems like a cool person. I don't know her, but I just didn't like Joe. So I'm not gonna, you know, be super excited. But they do the song, and it's this note that sounds so beautiful when they sing it, and it like gives an edge to the song. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Guess what they didn't sing? The edged note. And I'm sitting there like, ain't no way, ain't no way. The next song they did was called No Idea. No tea, no shade, no idea. I don't know what this song was. No idea. And lastly, this is when they do their whole, they each pick a worldwide girl. It used to be they picked one, but they each pick one girl, and obviously they're in the back. So who are they gonna pick? The girls in the back. Duh, makes sense. But a bunch of people in the front, a bunch of guys were like, they want to be the worldwide guy. I think it'd be interesting if they do, like if they switched it up and did at each concert pick one guy. I think that would have been nice and been a different variety. But unfortunately, you know, we live in a world where some women are haters, and they'll see a guy get picked and they're like, that's not fair. This is a boy band for girls. No, it's not. They're performing for anybody and everybody, okay? Okay? All right? All right, good. Like, and I get it. They're guys. And majority of them are heterosexual, right? Or I assume. So it would be nice of them to do that because they do have a male fan base. They do. And it would be nice just to, you know, do a little showcase of their male fans. Also, oh, this was a song that they played when Joe left the show for a little while. Kendall and Joe. I'm gonna be honest, I did not like Kendall and Joe together. It's kind of like Allison and Scott with Teen Wolf. Like, I don't really care. I was glad when she left, and then I got disappointed when they brought her back because I actually liked the goth girl that they was trying to put with Kendall. That was a cute little thing, but they brought her back. They got back together. I didn't like it. I didn't like it, babes. And then they tried to put the goth girl with James, and I was like, that just feels like a leftover. Like, I don't know. Like, if I'm friends with somebody and they end up breaking up with somebody, I ain't getting with that person. Guy code, girl code. Like, you don't get with your friend's ex. Where they do that at? Some of y'all would because y'all thirsty hoe. Okay, then they get back to the stage. They had these girls come up. One was this girl that her family was like really shipping for her. Another was this girl who got picked by James and she had a Logan shirt on. So I wonder if there's a joke there somewhere that we don't get, but they get. Logan picked a girl who had a Dr. Logan thing, because remember he was a doctor at one point on the show. And then Kendall picked a girl who was a bride because she was there for her bridesmaid party. Like, she had on a white wig, all the other girls had on different color wigs. It was cute. But if she had a great time, like, I saw her in the parking lot, everybody was honking at her. I honked because, girl, yes. Now, she was hanging out of the sunroof. I was like, please get in your seat, please put your seatbelt on, babes. We don't want you falling out and getting hurt, okay? You're about to get married, okay? Yes. So they come back to the stage and they start, I think they do a quick change. And they had like 3 quick changes, by the way. So they do a quick change for get up, get up, get up. You know, get your ass up. And then they move on to obviously Elevate, aka the title of their second album. Elevate a little higher. Let's move to the sky and celebrate. You already know. I'm proud of myself. I'm really good at this. Then they had another song called Run Wild. This was another song on the Elevate album that I did not know of. Like, I'm not gonna be funny, I didn't know the song. Like I said, I didn't really listen to I listened to some of the songs. I know some of the songs from all the albums, but not the whole albums. It was a generic pop tune of 2013. Next they did Love Me, Love Me, Love Me, Love Me, say you're gonna love me. I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go, love me. And it had a little techno vibe to it. I actually do like this song. It's very high paced, dun 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 dun. It's very high paced, but it was very techno vibe, very cool. The next song was Invisible. Again, I think this was off of Elevate or 24/7. I don't know, but I had no idea. So next. The next song was Time of Our Life. This was another Elevate song for the Elevate album, and I just didn't know it. The next song was Nothing Even Matters. Lauren, is that you, babes? You're a bit late to the concert. Some of y'all are probably like wondering why I did that bit. Lauryn Hill is famously known for being late to her concerts. They were not late. But this again was like another R&B neo vibe, and it really had to do with this guy named Damon something. He worked with like Boyz II Men, different R&B artists, so it makes sense that this feels like an R&B vibe. But honestly, I was like, Mio, did you ghostwrite this? Because this sounds like your vibe. Okay, definitely R&B. Next we have Song For You. Again, 24/7 album songs. Didn't really care. It was definitely giving 2014 vibe. If you know, you know. Next was I Know You Know, and this one actually was a song that featured Symphonique. It's okay. It's another R&B vibe. Next was If I Ruled the World, which was on Elevate, and this song featured Ayaz, and I kind of missed hearing Ayaz's parts. The guys had choreography here, and y'all, they ate that choreography up. They ate that choreography up. I'm just being honest. The next song was Confetti Falling, and this one was cute. This was from 24/7, and they did like a confetti boom. Unfortunately, we are in the Midwest. Chicagoland area, not Cook County. It's Will County, but not Cook County. But the wind is winding, and so the confetti went foo, floosh, floo, floosh, floo, floosh. It didn't even reach the middle section, and y'all, I was in row Q, so I was like very close. I could see their faces on stage. Didn't have to look at the projector.
Easy with the confetti.
Hey, easy on the confetti. Confetti. So the next song was Till I Forget About You. And I forgot this song even existed. I believe this is from their first album. And so here, this is when they decide. They go, I think they had another costume change or whatever. And then they come out and everybody's like, they're like, are we missing something? Everybody's like, boyfriend! You didn't do boyfriend! And so they're like, oh, we didn't we know? And they're like, no! Because you know, that was a nice little bait. That was nice. Engagement. Good engagement. And obviously they started Boyfriend. Obviously it's the version without Snoop. To be honest, the version with Snoop is the better version. Okay, Snoop opening up. Yo boy, boyfriend. Yo boy. Have you ever had the feeling you're drawn to someone? I ate that up, didn't I? I told y'all I would. Anyway, you know, yo boy. It's the only thing I can remember them saying boy all the time. But then that's pretty much it. And what's interesting is they all went up the little ramp that they had. I'll find a video if you can see it. And I didn't see this. But this is how you know. This is all fan service. And it was giving very himbo behavior. James took off his shirt. And I didn't notice until he walked up the ramp. And I was like, he ain't got no shirt on. Where'd the shirt go? Oh, you did that on purpose. So all the girls are losing their minds and they fall back into, like, I'm guessing a pit or something that had a little pillow or something. It was really cool. Like, just flop, fell back. And then that was the end of the concert. And I believe they started playing their recent release song, which is what I'm about to talk about, called I Want You Here All the Time. And honestly, I like this song. I like the vibe, the bass line, the drum set sounds really good. It feels like, and again, I feel like their newer stuff, Another Life, and even the singles that they put out with Another Life and afterwards, it feels like they are making the music. And for people who aren't musicians or just music connoisseurs, like, you know when an artist has worked on their music and experiments because you can feel it in the music. Beyonce doing like Renaissance, doing Cowboy Carter, Kanye with his evolution, although as problematic as Kanye is, you listen to his old stuff, like his evolution was pretty good. The Beatles, 8 years, and they experimented all that. Part of that was, you know, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Y'all know what that acronym is. I'm not gonna explain it. But like I said, like, it felt like they were really involved with the making of this song. I didn't look up who wrote it, but I'm pretty sure Kendall probably wrote it because I know he writes a lot of their stuff. And it felt like it was a cross between some pop. The bass line was definitely giving a little bit of R&B, the beat, and a little bit of techno. And right now, this is my favorite. I actually have it on my liked playlist. I'm gonna organize my playlist because I'm just now using Spotify, so I'm gonna organize my playlist a little better and we're gonna see how that goes. But I definitely like this song. Like, yeah, it's a really good song. Now again, they did choreography. I can't remember what songs they did choreography, but they were doing choreography. Like the first 3 songs, by the end of the first 3 songs that I saw on stage, they was sweating. They was working for it. Work for it, get it? Because they have a song called Work For It. If you know, you know. But now I do want to call out some things. Just one little thing. So footwork. Now all the members can somewhat dance. Like, I would say the ones that are, if I had to rank them with dancing, it would go Kendall, James, Carlos, Logan. Like, good to worst. Kendall could definitely dance. Okay, he definitely puts in the work. James, next to him. Carlos does, but then he adds a little too much upper body movement. Logan, he tries. He really does. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. It's okay. But there was a part where they had this platform, right? And it was like this, and then there was a top platform. And I noticed it because the footwork was really cool. And I was trying to do some of the footwork while I was dancing. So the bottom 3, Kendall, Logan, Carlos, whatever order they were in, they were doing this footwork. Logan is at the top, just standing there, you know, moving side to side, doing the dance. And I noticed he wasn't doing the footwork. And I was like, the footwork's too complicated. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, right? I liked how the formation looked, because if you weren't paying attention, you would have just been like, oh, okay, they're all doing the footwork. They're in like this cool formation. But he didn't do the footwork. And I watched him do it again. And I specifically watched him. And that was the only thing that I was like, damn, I wish you did the footwork. Just do the footwork. see you all do the footwork. But I get it. It's a 2-hour set. 2-hour set. Okay, 2 hours. That's a long time to be moving and dancing. So I get it. So that's just what I noticed. Not trying to point that out to like be like, oh, we can't dance. No, I'm just pointing it out because that's what I noticed. And I noticed random things. But yeah, you know, I get it. Working is hard. I get it. So let's go to my overall thoughts of this experience. So my overall thoughts. This was actually my first concert experience and first VIP experience. So BTR popped my concert cherry. And that's because I've just never felt the need to want to pay for a concert. But I've been listening to their music consistently. I was like, I definitely want to see them perform. It's a birthday gift for myself. So let's do it. So the concert ticket, not including the VIP, not really including the fan club, but I'm including that $200 something, was 100% worth it. They definitely put on a show. They were very entertaining. The people around me were very happy. I was excited. We was vibing. Like, it was good. It was great. It was like an amazing show. Like, they really put on a show. And everybody kept telling me that because people I talked to, I was like, hey, this is actually my first concert. And they're like, ever? And one of the girls, she's like, oh, you're definitely going to enjoy it. Like, they put on a show. And I was like, okay, cool. So it was definitely worth it. The VIP experience, it's very hard for me to justify prices for the experience that I'm getting. And some people will be like, well, you got to do the pre-show huddle. You got to watch them from the stage. You got to take a solo picture with them. You got to blah, 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 blah. And I get a meet and greet is hi, hello, goodbye. But I really did have some questions in mind about their musical journey that I wanted to ask. And that's just me specifically. And one of the questions would have been like, what inspires you to write your music? Where do you think your music has grown from the first time you started it to now? Do you think you've seen a growth? Do you think you're still growing in your musical journey? Do you think your sound is going to continue to evolve? Those type of questions. And I didn't get to ask them at all. And then I sat there for 2 hours doing nothing. And I felt like, and I get it because all the VIPs were pretty much sold out. So they were limited on time and what they can do. And I get that. I understand that. But I would have enjoyed having, 2 minutes of their time. Just ask a question and get a response. So that was the only thing that I kind of had an issue with, but that's me personally. So speaking of that, if they have another concert and I would do the VIP, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I'm paying for the top VIP. I am. And I'm just like that because I want to experience more. I want to experience it more. Like the VIP that I got, wonderful. That was the only gripe that I had, was that it was a hi, hello, goodbye type of thing. But everything else was wonderful. The pre-show huddle, cool experience. Like, it's an experience that I'm never going to forget. It's an experience that I'm literally going to keep in my head. It's an experience that is not going to leave me. And I really appreciate that. They made it a really cool experience. James patting me, telling me, enjoy the show. He doesn't have to do that. And I get some of y'all like, well, it's their job. He doesn't have to do that. He could have just walked away, took more pictures with other people, but he took the time to tell me to enjoy the show. And I appreciate that. Okay? Kendall giving me another hug. I appreciate that. Like, that was nice. That was very nice. These are things that they don't have to do, that they do to create an experience for their fans, and I appreciate that. Now, am I going to call myself a rusher? No. Will I say I'm a fan of their music and their art? Yes. Okay? Now, do I think the VIP was justified? Yes, it was justified. As much as it pains me to say that, it really was. It was justified. The experience was something that was really unique and really cool. And that's just what it was. Now, would I recommend the concert and the VIP? If you would like to see the concert, I definitely recommend it. Wherever you sit, you're gonna have a good time. But if you're someone who wants to save up and spend a little extra to sit close to the front of the stage, you're gonna get an experience that you never have. Or I recommend just finding somewhere in the middle, somewhere nice and cool where you can enjoy it. Secondly, VIP. From what I heard, everybody had a good VIP experience. Like Boyfriend, I think you got a picture with one of the guys. Famous, you got a picture with one of the guys or two, and then the upper ones were more. But I feel like either one of the VIP experiences you would have enjoyed. I definitely think the lower tier, they got to talk with them, and ask questions and things like that, which again made me a little upset because people were like, yeah, I talked with so and so, and I'm like, $800, and all I got was hi, hello, and goodbye. I didn't like that. I'm just being honest. I didn't like it. And it was like part of that time could have been spent, like that time we were waiting for an hour and 15 minutes, that could have been our time going up, taking the photos, getting a little time extra to do that, because that made more sense. But I get it, time constrictions, understand it completely. But just hearing other people who paid less and were able to, and even if they only talked to one member of the group, they still got that personal, like, hello, hi, how you doing? And it just was interesting, if that makes sense. But again, I would definitely say which VIPs are worth it. Definitely the boyfriend VIP and definitely the top VIP. Famous and City of Ours is kind of worth it, but those two, you get individual experience or you get all experience. And so you would have to justify the price for yourself. But I'm just saying, if they have another concert, I'm gonna go with the higher VIP. That's just me. And I don't mind spending it because most likely it's for myself. But that's just how I feel. But overall, definitely would recommend the concert. Definitely recommend the concert. VIP, if you have it, go. If you don't, you're not really missing out on anything. Would I go again? Like I just said, yeah, I would. But I would definitely pay for the highest VIP. No tea, no shade. And I would definitely pick a seat around the same area that I sat. It was good. I would definitely go again. Am I gonna see any of their other shows this concert cycle? No, babes, no. I'm trying to get ready to plan to go to master's school, to go get my master's, so we shall see. So that was my overall thoughts of the Big Time Rush. I forgot the name of the tour. In Real Life Worldwide Tour. Like I said, there's no video footage because my phone died, but the footage that I did insert, hopefully you guys get it paints a picture of how the concert went. And it was a good experience. Like, it was great. Like I said, I recommend the concert. I would definitely go again. And I think that's all that I have. Comment down below. Were you guys expecting me to like be very harsh? Did you agree with my assessments? If not, have you gone to the concert? Did you enjoy the concert? What's some of the things that you wish they would have did differently? I know there was one concert that they unfortunately had to cancel just because of weather reasons, which is very sad. But I think they rescheduled it too. So hopefully they're back and they get to, those people who paid for that concert get to see it. I think that's it. Again, you guys can like the video, comment your thoughts about the group. Do you guys want me to do like a album breakdown of each album and the songs? Because I wouldn't mind doing that, to be honest. I wouldn't mind it at all. And lastly, subscribe to the channel so you can get more of me. My goal is to talk about things. Just be here with me. Just be here in the moment. And I think that's all. With that being said, you guys already know what time it is. I'll see you guys later. Bye.